Hare Murari Sai Ram, Hare Murari Ram,
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 Param Sumangal Sai Ram, Param Sumangal 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 Ram,
Hare Murari Sai Ram, Hare Murari Ram,
Hare Murari Sai Ram, Hare Murari Ram,
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सब तुम हो भगवान,
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 परम सुमंगल साई राम, परम सुमंगल राम,
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 हरे मुरारी साई राम, हरे मुरारी राम,
हरे मुरारी साई राम, हरे मुरारी राम,
परम सुमंगल साई राम, परम सुमंगल राम,
परम सुमंगल साई राम, परम सुमंगल राम,
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सब तुम हो भगवान,
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सब तुम हो भगवान,
परम सुमंगल साई राम, परम सुमंगल राम,
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 मुरारी साई राम,
शिरडी जगन्नाथा, हे परति जगन्नाथा, हे साई जगन्नाथा,
हे शिरडी जगन्नाथा, हे परति जगन्नाथा, हे साई जगन्नाथा,
हे शिरडी जगन्नाथा, हे परति जगन्नाथा, हे साई जगन्नाथा,
हे साई जगन्नाथा, हे साई जगन्नाथा, हे साई जगन्नाथा।
बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय,
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय,
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय,
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय।
बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय,
बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय।
झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी,
झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी,
झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी,
झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी,
त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजाए,
त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजाए,
त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजाए,
त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजाए,
डम 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 डमरू बजाए,
डम 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 डमरू बजाए,
डम 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 डमरू बजाए,
डम डम डमरू बजाए।
गूंज उठाओ नमः शिवाय,
उठाओ नमः शिवाय,
गूंज उठाओ नमः शिवाय,
उठाओ नमः शिवाय।
बोलो सब मिल बोलो नमः शिवाय,
बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय,
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः
शिवाय, बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो नमः शिवाय,
बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो नमः शिवाय।
झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी,
झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी,
त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजाए,
त्रिशूलधारी डमरू
राधे 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 श्यामना
मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्यामना
मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्यामना
मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्यामना
राम 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 बोलो राम सीता राम नाम
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 मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्यामला
मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्यामना
रंग रंगा रंगा बोलो पांडुरंगा बाबा नाम
रंग रंग रंगा बोलो पांडुरंगा बाबा
रंगा 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 बोलो पांडुरंगा बाबा नाम
रंगा रंगा बोलो पांडुरंगा बाबा
पतिवासा साई देवा पांडुरंगा बाबा नाम
प्रतिवासा साई देवा पांडुरंगा बाबा
प्रतिवासा साई देवा पांडुरंगा बाबा नाम
प्रतिवासा साई देवा पांडुरंगा बाबा
तुकाराम नाम देवा भक्त सखा बाबा नाम
तुकाराम नाम देवा भक्त सखा बाबा
तुकाराम नाम देवा भक्त सखा बाबा नाम
तुकाराम नाम देवा भक्त सखा बाबा
पांडुरंग 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 बाबा
पांडुरंग पांडुरंग पांडुरंग
राधे 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 श्यामला
मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्यामना
रंग रंगा रंगा बोलो पांडुरंग बाबा नाम
रंग रंगा बोलो पांडुरंग बाबा
प्रतिवासा साई देवा पांडुरंगा बाबा नाम
प्रतिवासा साई देवा पांडुरंग बाबा
तुकाराम नाम देवा भक्त सखा बाबा नाम
तुकाराम नाम देवा भक्त सखा बाबा
तुकाराम नाम देवा भक्त सखा बाबा नाम
तुकाराम नाम देवा भक्त सखा बाबा
पांडुरंग 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 बाबा नाम
पांडुरंग 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 बाबा
पांडुरंग 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 बाबा नाम
पांडुरंग पांडुरंग पांडुरंग
मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्यामला
हरि 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 बोलो
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 हरि हरि के गुण गाओ
हरि हरि के गुण गाओ
हरि हरि के गुण गाओ
हरि हरि के गुण
हरि हरि के गुण गाओ,
हरि हरि के गुण गाओ,
गोविंद 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 बोलो,
गोविंद 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 बोलो,
गोविंद के गुण गाओ,
गोविंद के गुण गाओ,
गोविंद के गुण गाओ।
गोविंद के गुण गाओ।
साई राम बोलो, साई श्याम बोलो,
साई राम बोलो, साई श्याम बोलो,
साई राम गुण गाओ,
साई राम गुण गाओ,
गोविंद 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 बोलो,
गोविंद 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 बोलो,
गोविंद के गुण गाओ,
गोविंद के गुण गाओ,
गोविंद के गुण गाओ।
गोविंद के गुण गाओ।
हरि 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 बोलो।
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our loving salutations at the lotus feet of our most beloved Lord, respected elders, brothers, sisters, and students. The last 10 days, from the 12th of May to the 22nd of May, was indeed glorious for all the devotees, the students, and the staff who accompanied Bhagwan to Kodaikanal for the summer retreat. And today we have a short recap in the form of pictures to remind ourselves that the Lord, the God, that one Almighty who is here showering His grace and blessings on all of us, every summer goes to Kodaikanal, which is His playground. So many lessons He teaches us at His lotus feet. So 12th morning, Bhagwan, his students, and all the devotees took a chartered plane, left Bangalore airport, reached Madurai, and from Madurai reached Kodaikanal towards the evening. They were lovingly welcomed by all the Sevadals at the Sri Sathya Sai Ananda Ashram. Swami had lovingly named the hilltop bungalow as Sri Sathya Sai Ananda Ashram last year, and they had all reached, the Sevadals had reached a couple of days earlier and to make all the preparations. After a quick refreshment, there was a little satsang, and Swami gave his blessings to everybody. All of us had dinner and rested for the night. The next morning, the 13th morning, after a few interviews and after blessing everybody who had reached, Swami distributed shawls to everybody. It was very cold, as Kodaikanal is usually because of the altitude. Swami proceeded to the new prayer hall, which was built in 51 days flat from scratch. That is the Vajra Sankalpa of Swami. He wants something, it will have to manifest. And Swami inaugurated the new bhajan hall, and every morning there was a public satsang for the very first time at this bhajan hall. And most of the mornings, Swami also delivered his divine discourse. There were a lot of devotees who spoke. In the evening that day, Swami beckoned Brother Sumit to talk about all the seva activities in Fiji, and also he narrated about the upcoming ashram, and Swami very lovingly spoke about it, showed the architect's rendering to everyone who were present there. And Mangala Arati was offered, and everybody rested for the evening. On the 14th morning, yet again, there was the public satsang in the morning. Swami lovingly blessed. So many, many devotees had gathered. In fact, there were devotees from 20 countries. Where else 20 countries? Where else can you find devotees from 20 countries, all gathered in one place, basking in the love and glory of the Lord? And that also happened to be Mother's Day. Swami commanded Mrs. Penny Jayavardhane, the daughter-in-law of the former president of Sri Lanka, to speak and address everyone, talk about the seva activities in Sri Lanka. And Swami then said he would like to dine with all the mothers. And it was so beautiful where he spoke to everyone and he said that the highest blessing of a human being is to be a mother. And he dined with everyone. And in the evening, again, there was a satsang. And every evening the satsang was held at the bungalow, at Swami's bungalow. And that evening, there was a piano rendition by Mr. Dimitris, and it was absolutely scintillating to hear his music as always. And thereafter, since it was Mother's Day, Swami beckoned two of his girl students to speak, Preeti B and Nandini, who are both joining the Sri Sathya Sai Center for Human Excellence Girls, spoke about their journey of transformation and about their faith in the Lord, in the Almighty, and how they are dedicating their lives for the mission. And then Swami beckoned Dr. Nisha Kesavan, daughter of Dr. Roshni and Dr. Kesavan from Singapore, to speak about her journey of transformation. Indeed, the three young girls, it was so wonderful to hear them and so mesmerizing and captivating to hear all that they had to say and their love for their master. Thereafter, Arati was offered and everybody dined and rested for the night. On the 15th morning, yet again, after interviews, Swami proceeded to the public satsang venue for bhajans, and then he came back and blessed the first batch of volunteers who were leaving Kodaikanal. And both the ladies and the men, and Swami spoke to them about seva very lovingly and said that whatever job you have, whatever you do, helping others should be foremost in everyone. And then Swami sent everyone for a quick round of sightseeing. In the evening, the Singapore devotees, as Swami calls them lovingly, the Singapore gang, offered soulful songs, very emotional, at Bhagwan's lotus feet. And Swami took a group photograph with all of them. These are the pillars of Swami's grand mission. And thereafter, Swami beckoned Mr. Isaac Tigrit to address everyone that evening. And he also spoke about transformation and reminded everyone yet again that we are all divine beings, as Swami often says. And after Mangalarati, everyone retired for the night. On the 16th morning, Swami proceeded to the bhajan hall after some interviews, and yet again he asked all the guests and the students to go for boating and horse riding that morning. And Swami also proceeded for a round. He went around the lake, he came back, and then dined with the guests that afternoon. And it was indeed a fun time for all the children as they enjoyed the horse riding and the boating. And in the evening, there was a musical performance by two current students of Swami, Hari Krishna Sridhar and Pranav Kashyap. And Swami had commanded them to sing some Tyagaraja Kritis and other compositions by the Malladi brothers and even Swami's own composition. And Swami blessed them profusely thereafter. And as Battu Bhargav Sai, one of the current students, came forward to Swami to give prasadam so he could bless the other two boys, Swami instantly commanded him to speak. He was taken aback, but indeed very beautifully spoke about his journey with his Sai and offered himself at the Lord's lotus feet. And thereafter, Professor J. Shashidhar Prasad, former Vice-Chancellor of the Mysore University and former Vice-Chancellor of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, addressed the gathering and spoke about Swami's unique system of integral education, value-based integral education, which is not found outside. And he stressed on the fact that morality and spirituality in education is very, very key and an integral part of a student's all-round development. Thereafter, Sri B.N. Narsimurthy addressed the gathering and continued speaking of how Swami is setting up all these institutions, especially the Center for Human Excellences, where all the girls and boys who are joining these institutions are dedicating their life for the mission of the Lord to serve humanity. and Mangala Arati was offered and everybody rested for the evening. On the 17th morning, Swami yet again proceeded to the Satsang venue and spoke to everyone. And that morning, the youth from Malaysia had offered a small cultural offering at Bhagwan's lotus feet, and songs, and there was a dance performance as well. Swami then beckoned two devotees from Malaysia, Brother Ayavu and Brother Leong Meng, two very old, very ardent devotees of Bhagwan for the last 30-40 years, to address the gathering, and they spoke about their experiences, how they came to Swami, all the miraculous instances of transformation, and they also spoke of the current ashram which is coming up. And in the evening, there was a scintillating performance on the mandolin by Shri Rajesh, accompanied by Shri Harmeet Mansetta and Mr. Dimitris. And Swami beckoned Shri U. Rajesh to also speak. Shri U. Rajesh is the brother of the legendary mandolin maestro Shri Srinivas. And thereafter, he also called, like Swami said, I will now call the third part to speak. In the morning, two parts of Malaysia spoke, and in the evening, he called the third part, Mr. Anthony Bong, to address everyone. And he spoke about the miraculous last few days of Bhagwan and how he came to Swami in the subtle and all the incidences leading up to that, which was absolutely wonderful. Mangala Arati was offered, prasadam was distributed, and everyone retired for the night. On 18th morning, Swami blessed the second batch of Seva volunteers. It was so endearing to see the love between them and Bhagwan. Indeed, the love between the Lord and his devotees is truly indescribable and beautiful. And in the evening, there was a short musical performance by the alumni and the various youth who had come to Kodai to offer their love at Swami's lotus feet. And Swami also beckoned Brother Sumit to offer a few songs thereafter. And the next day morning, Swami proceeded yet again to the satsang venue and beckoned Brother Ashok Pai from Nigeria to address the gathering. And he also spoke about, he is an alumni of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, and he spoke about his journey as a child, as a student, and now as an ardent devotee, and how he, along with the other youth, are working together in Nigeria in spreading Swami's grand, glorious mission. And Swami beckoned his wife, Mrs. Swati Pai, who's leading all the Seva Dals, to also speak about her story of transformation that morning. Swami thereafter dined with all the devotees and rested for the afternoon. And in the evening, before the musical performance of Brother Sumit and his accompanying artists who had specially flown from Bombay, there was a short musical performance by our alumni and two current teachers of our institution. It was indeed a very beautiful, a very magical evening yet again. And after Mangala Arati, everyone dined and rested for the night. On the 20th morning, Swami commanded Dr. Girish Malhotra, who is heading the Anugraham Trust, which is the trust of Bhagwan in the UK, to share his thoughts about his journey of transformation. And the Anugraham Trust, along with all the other devotees in the UK, are doing tremendous service and have recently helped, have all come together and helped with the construction of the Mandir campus as well. In the evening was magical again, and there was a musical program, as always, as every evening. And Swami went around, spoke to everyone, and it was a beautiful evening with a lot of kritis and Carnatic music offered by the Mallari brothers. The Mallari brothers hail from Andhra, and they have been coming to Bhagwan for many years, have offered various songs and kritis at his lotus feet, even at Prashanti Nilayam. And Swami spoke that day very beautifully about the parampara of Indian traditional music and how it has to be passed on from generation to generation, especially when their children also offered one beautiful kriti at Swami's lotus feet. And thereafter Mangala Arati was offered and everybody rested for the night. On the 21st morning, it was a very emotional day for everyone, as all of a sudden 10 beautiful days had passed by. Nobody realized that 10 days went by. And in the evening, there was a gratitude program offered at Swami's lotus feet. Like Swami said, from 8 to 80 years, from children to an old grandmother, everyone spoke and offered their love and their gratitude. It was indeed a very, very emotional, a magical evening for everyone present, and thus came to an end a beautiful, beautiful Kodai retreat, never experienced before. And the next morning, after Swami blessed everyone on the 22nd morning, Swami's devotees, staff and students proceeded back to Dindigul for a quick lunch, proceeded to Madurai airport, caught their flight back to Bangalore. Thus ended a glorious 10-day visit to Kodaikanal. And this evening, Swami has blessed 2 students who will share their experiences of the last 10 days. Our first speaker is Preeti B. Preeti hails from Chamarajnagar in Karnataka and joined Swami's institution 2 years ago in her pre-university. Her father has been a cook here in the kitchen, the Sri Sathya Sai Annapurna kitchen. And when she joined the institution, she didn't know about Swami, but today she has offered her life and her everything at Swami's lotus feet. Brothers and sisters, Preeti B will address all of us this evening. Saira.
Om Shri Saira. I offer myself at the divine lotus feet of my most beloved Mother Sai. Actually, today around 3 o'clock, I got to know about I should speak today about Kodaikanal trip, but Swami just now told me to speak about my father and how I came to Swami. In the year 1996, 20 years back, my father, actually, basically I belong to Chamarajnagar. My father, due to some financial crisis, he left his studies and he started off. He came to search for a job to earn some money. As his father was not there, only my father has to look after his mother. Somehow he reached Chikbalapur. By the time he reached Chikbalapur, all the money that he had got over. And he didn't know what to do, he didn't even know where to go. And suddenly he found a person. That person was coming to Muddenahalli to see his son, who was a student of Lokaseva PU college. My father suddenly met him and asked for help. That person so lovingly, he brought my father to Muddenahalli. That time there was a old kitchen over there, and he took my father and introduced my father to the Ramanan sir. That Ramanan sir was in charge of kitchen at that particular point of time. Ramanan sir, my father explained his condition to him, and he did not speak a word. He appointed my father, and initially my father was taking care of the coconut garden. And later on, my father was appointed to help in the kitchen for cooking. Suddenly, after a few days, there were two cooks who were working in the kitchen. Due to some reason, they left the job. And Ramanan sir didn't know what to do. He searched for cooks, but he could not get anybody. He called my father and he said, "Now I tried searching for cooks, but I could not get anybody. Only you are left now. Only you should start working now," he said. And my father didn't even know how to light the stove. So he said, "Sir, I don't know anything. How can I cook?" Ramanan sir gave him the recipes, and he said, "Swami is there. Just start cooking. Even if the food is bad, for some days children will adjust." And my father started cooking, and now he's a head cook in the Annapurna kitchen. It is all because of Swami's grace. When I was in the final phase of my grade 10, my father was so much worried about my further studies. And at that particular point of time, Babu sir told my father about the Chikbalapur campus. My father was overjoyed and he asked me to write an entrance exam. I wrote. By Swami's grace, I got selected. But when I joined the college, I was not I was not willing to stay there because it was very difficult for me to stay away from my mother. I cried and I went to my principal ma'am and I asked her, "Ma'am, please let me go home. Please send me back home." And my principal ma'am called my father and my father came and I told, "Please take me back home." He said, "I can take you back home, but if I take you back home, I cannot give you proper education because of financial problems. This is the best institution where you can get good education as well as moral values. If I take you back from here, really I cannot provide you a good education." And he explained his condition and I agreed and I stayed there. And after a few days in the class, as I used to sit in the class, I never used to understand a single word what the teachers used to teach. Because in the previous school where I studied, I did not learn the basics of education, so I could not understand anything. I had taken up science and I felt it was very difficult, so I left it. I thought of leaving it and I went to Warden ma'am and I asked, "Ma'am, kindly shift me from science to arts, it's very difficult for me." And she took me to the room where the teachers stay and one of my Kannada lecturers, she told me, "We cannot take any decision, let us leave it to Swami. I'll put 2 chits in front of Swami's photo, you pick up the chit, whichever Swami tells you should follow." I prayed to Swami, "Swami, it is all your wish, whatever you'll tell, I'll just follow it." And I prayed to him and inside there was a thought that, "Swami, please give me arts." I prayed and I picked up the chit, but it was science. But it was Swami's decision, so I agreed and I started continuing in science. Initially it was very difficult, but all my teachers and sisters helped me so much to study. And every day I used to pray to Swami, "Swami, kindly help me to study, just to make you happy, that's all." And by his grace, I stood first in the class in the first PUC. And whenever I get an opportunity to talk to Swami always used to tell me, study hard, work hard, like that. He used to always talk about my exams only. Whenever I used to go to him, he used to tell, "Did you write your exam? How did you write? Study well, write well," like that. And I was very much worried. Swami is taking so much of concern about my studies. What if I don't get good marks in my plus two class? Then I started, I had a faith. Even though I'll put my effort, then rest all I'll leave it to Swami. I prayed to him and I studied and I wrote the second PU exams also. And the results were really good. And once again I stood first in the class. Last year, 2016, July 4th, I had got an opportunity to speak in Swami's presence. That day Swami announced, so lovingly he announced that Swami will make me a doctor so that I can serve in his mission. That day it was really a very big shock for me. I never expected that. When I was very small, I had a small thought that I should become a doctor one day. But that thought already it had vanished. But that day Swami, when he told, really I was very, very happy. My parents, everybody were very happy. And I thought, Swami has told me that he'll make me doctor, but am I capable of doing that? Am I capable of cracking the NEET exam? Then Swami arranged crash course for us. And I went to crash course and I learned there. And I wrote my NEET exams. Even after writing that exams, I was not sure about the results. I was worried. Even then in Kodaikanal trip when I spoke, Swami confirmed me that you have written exam very well and definitely you will get seat. Thank you, Swami. Swami, you have given everything for me before I ask you. But whatever you have given me, it is all. But I want only you, Swami, nothing else. You have given everything for me, all that is fine. But all that is temporary, that you have only taught me that everything, whatever worldly things are temporary, but only you are permanent. Swami, I want only you and nothing else, Swami.
Brothers and sisters, when Preeti joined the institution here in Prashantaniketanam, she could not speak a word of English. She came from a Kannada medium education system, and today, if she is able to talk fluently and confidently without making any mistake, that is only because of his love, his grace, and of course, her effort to make him happy at the end of the day. Our next student speaker is Sonu Kumar. Sonu hails from Bihar and joined the Muddenahalli campus in his grade 6. He's born into a Sai family. He's been an all-rounder, very good in education, and he's also a budding poet. Writes many poems for his dear Lord and has dedicated his life. He has just joined the first year in the Sri Sathya Sai Center for Human Excellence, and Sonu will address all of us this evening. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan. Most dearest Swami, revered elders, mothers, sisters and brothers, salam to one and all. Actually, I had prepared my speech in English and Swami told, "Thoda Hindi mein bolo, dur se log aaye hain." So, I'll speak much in Hindi today, as per Swami's wish. Before I start, I'd like to quote a prayer by Rabindranath Tagore. It said, "By all means, they try to hold me secure who love me in this world. But it is otherwise with thy love, which is greater than theirs, and thou always keepest me free. Lest I forget them, they venture not to leave me alone. Day after day passes, but thou art remain." Obviously, ours is a relationship with Swami. हमारा जो रिश्ता है स्वामी के साथ, वो एक अजीब सा है. हम अगर बाहर में कहीं जाते हैं, तो कृष्णा टेम्पल में गए तो इस्कॉन वाले लोग सब एक ही भजन गाते हैं. लेकिन हमारा जो यहाँ पे रिश्ता है, कोई स्वामी को भाई मानता है, कोई बहन मानता है, कोई माँ मानता है, कोई पापा मानता है, और कुछ लोग अपना दोस्त मानता है. तो जब स्वामी से रिश्ता बन गया है, तो झगड़ा होना तो ज़रूरी है. और कभी कभी हम पता नहीं क्यों स्वामी से गुस्से हो जाते हैं और कहते हैं, नहीं, अब आपके साथ नहीं रहना. मैंने बहुत बार कहा है, लेकिन भगवान की कृपा है कि आज तक भी आप मेरे साथ हो, मेरे साथ हो और हमेशा मेरे साथ रहे हो. मेरी एक छोटी सी बहन थी, उसे कुछ कहने को नहीं था मुझे. हमेशा कहा करती थी, पता नहीं भगवान मेरी ज़िंदगी में इतना तकलीफ़ क्यों दिया है. बहुत छोटी थी, लेकिन पता नहीं उसे तकलीफ़ क्या मालूम था, पता नहीं. लेकिन वो हमेशा बोला करती थी, भगवान ने मेरी ज़िंदगी में बहुत तकलीफ़ दी है. और बार बार भगवान से, घर वालों से कम और भगवान से ज़्यादा झगड़ा करती रहती थी. और जब वो हमेशा मुझे बोलती थी कि भगवान ने मेरी ज़िंदगी में तकलीफ़ दी है, भगवान ने मेरी ज़िंदगी में तकलीफ़ दी है, तो एक दिन मैंने स्वामी से पूछा, स्वामी आप लोगों की ज़िंदगी में तकलीफ़ क्यों देते हो? और स्वामी ने बोला, तेरे को लगता है कि मुझे कोई और काम नहीं कि मैं लोगों की ज़िंदगी में तकलीफ़ डालता रहूं? पर भगवान की महिमा और लीला है. मेरी कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, लेकिन मैं जिस स्वामी को बोला, स्वामी मुझे समझ में नहीं आया, तो स्वामी ने बोला, याद है एक बार तुम घर गए थे तो क्या हुआ? जैसे ही स्वामी बताए, मेरी आंखों के सामने वो समय मैंने खुद को देखा कि वहाँ पे मेरा एक छोटा सा भाई था, कज़न. वो बस चलना सीख रहा था और घर में कुछ बाहर से लोग आए थे और मेरी चाची उन्हें दिखाना चाहती थी कि ये थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा होशियार है, अच्छे से चलना जानता है. और अचानक क्या हुआ कि मेरी चाची क्या की, एक छोटा सा चेयर लाके उसके रास्ते में डाल दी. और जैसे ही रास्ते में डाली, ये बच्चा घबरा गया और गिर गया. और बच्चे गिरते हैं, रोते हैं और उन्हें मनाया जाता है और ख़त्म हो गया है। लेकिन इस माँ को कितनी तकलीफ़ मिली कि अगले 2 दिन तक ना वो किसी से बात करती थी, ना किसी के ऊपर मुस्कुराती थी, बस तकलीफ़ में अपनी ज़िंदगी गुजारती रहती थी। और उसकी एक ही समस्या थी कि मेरे कारण मेरा बच्चा गिर गया। और इतनी तकलीफ़ थी कि वो जो बोलते ना आई कांटेक्ट, वो अपने बच्चे के साथ नहीं रख सकती थी। और हम लोग स्वामी को 100 और 1000 माँ का प्यार बताते हैं, तो स्वामी को कितनी तकलीफ़ होती होगी जब हम स्वामी के साथ इतने दिन रहे हैं, बहुत कुछ सीखे हैं। और जब स्वामी दूसरे लोगों को दिखाने के लिए हमारी ज़िंदगी में एक छोटी सी समस्या डाल देते हैं, एक कुर्सी की तरह, तो जब हम घबरा के गिर जाते हैं तो पता नहीं स्वामी को कितनी तकलीफ़ होती होगी। मैं तो कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकता कि स्वामी को कितनी तकलीफ़ होती होगी। और हम सोचते हैं भगवान मुझे प्यार नहीं करता, भगवान मेरी ज़िंदगी में समस्या डालना चाहता। उस दिन से एक थॉट आया, कम व्हाट में, लेट हाउ एवर बिग प्रॉब्लम्स बी, जो हो जाए, कितनी भी समस्या है मेरी ज़िंदगी में, आई विल नॉट फॉरगेट टू स्माइल। द गॉड हु लव्स मी, will he be happy if he sees my sad face? Obviously he cannot. So come what may, how much ever sadness, my friends leave me and go, even if my parents throw me into dustbin, still, come what may, I'll continue to smile because he loves me still. जो भी हो जाए, जो भी हो जाए, भगवान जो हमारे साथ है, हमें इतना प्यार करता है, तो हम कैसे रूठ सकते हैं। और जब भी मैं स्वामी के आसपास बड़े बड़े लोगों को देखता था जो इस दुनिया में महान हस्तियां हैं, तो एक अजीब सा लगता था, अगर इनके सामने मैं खड़ा हुआ तो पता नहीं कहाँ पे होऊंगा। और एक इनसिग्निफिकेंट टाइप का फीलिंग आता था। whenever I saw people, great people of this world standing beside Swami, I always had an insignificant feeling around me. I was like, do I really belong to this place? Such type of feeling. But this feeling was really washed out when Swami called us for interview on 21st May in Kodaikanal. स्वामी हम लोगों से बात कर रहे थे और इंग्लिश में बोला कि मैं अपने लोगों को जानता हूँ, मैं हर एक लोगों को अपने हाथ से चुन के यहाँ पे लाया हूँ। तब मालूम चला, पता नहीं बाद में क्या बनूँगा, लेकिन अभी जो हूँ वही महान है, और अभी जो हूँ वही स्वामी के लिए काफ़ी है। However I am, whatever I am, कैसे भी हैं, अब तो स्वामी हम तो तेरे हैं, हम तो तेरे हैं। बस एक प्रार्थना है कि कभी आप मेरा हमारा हाथ ना छोड़ना, आपके बिना जिंदगी ही नहीं रहेगी। बस जय श्री राम।
We also take this opportunity to welcome all the teachers who have gathered here for the 3-day National Teachers Conference. We will have over 1,000 teachers who will be assembled here tomorrow morning from over 7 states in India. Swami has said that a teacher is a catalyst in the path of transformation for students. When children are born, they are born pure and divine. And it is up to the teacher and the parents to provide an environment to ensure that child, that student stays pure and divine. And the 3-day teachers' conference will equip the teachers not only to impart education which will help these children make a living, but also help them impart an education which will help the student in their all-round development and of course personality development by ensuring there is spirituality and morality in education. The 3 topics for the 3 days are creative teaching skills, morality and spirituality in education, and child psychology. And now, may we please request our teacher volunteers who are here to come to Bhagwan to bless the delegate kits which will be distributed to all the teachers who are attending this conference. On behalf of all of us, may we kindly invite Shri B.N. Narasimhamurthy, Chief Mentor of the Shri Sathya Sai Lokaseva institutions, to address all of us this evening. Shri B.N. Narasimhamurthy came at the lotus feet of Baba when he was 19 years old and has since been at his lotus feet and playing huge part in his grand education mission. He was the warden of all his institutions at Prashantanilayam, at Brindavan, at Alike and at Muddenahalli, and has overseen generation of students passing through the portals of the Sathya Sai system of education. Brothers and sisters, Shri B.N. Narasimhamurthy, Sai Ram.
Offering our collective prayers at the lotus feet of our most beloved Divine Master, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Very dear brothers and sisters, and esteemed delegates to the National Teachers Conference, and Swami's very beloved children. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mamtu vedana kaschana declared our dear Lord 5,000 years ago in Kurukshetra, the battlefield, when he was having the vesture of Lord Sri Krishna. I know all the beings who are here today on earth. I know all the beings who made their appearance on this earth and disappeared. I also know all the beings who are going to make their advent on this planet, but nobody knows me. That is what he said. God's ways are very, very mysterious. And what Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba did when he was in the physical body, and what he continues to do now, even after shedding the mortal coil, is absolutely mysterious, unfathomable, and beyond human understanding. We have heard 2 of his students speak to us. When you see a college student declaring to the world, I don't want anything, I want God and God alone, definitely we can feel heartened that there is a great future for the country and also to the world. This is what Swami Vivekananda said on the last day of his physical sojourn on earth, after lunch on that eventful, fateful day, 4th July 1902, he took his last class to his very dear disciples and spoke to them about his very favorite subject, rise and fall of nations. He said, India is immortal if she persists in her quest for God, and if she takes to politics and social conflict bereft of spirituality, she will perish. That's what he had said. But this great country with immortal culture will never perish, because we have such divine personalities coming up in this country again and again, and inspiring the people of the country to persist in their path for quest for God. When you see a college girl, when you see a college boy of today in modern times, in spite of the days which actually engulfs the young people of India today, definitely India will never perish, India is immortal, and India will never give up her quest for God. That's what we can understand. And Bhagwan Baba has told me to tell the teacher delegates who have come here. Many of you have come from very long distances and you would be tired. Therefore, Bhagwan would not speak today. Tomorrow morning he is going to grant the inaugural address for the teachers conference when all the 1,000 teachers are there. And also at this point of time would also like to announce that all the devotees are also welcome for all the sessions in Premamrutham over the 3 days as observers. Any of the people who are interested in what is education, what is right kind of education, that is very important. Last April we were in Greece and a question was asked to Bhagwan. Bhagwan, we see so many problems in the world today. Rich countries have problems, poor countries have problems. How do we solve all these problems? Baba gave a very simple solution by saying, give right kind of education to every child born in the world, all the problems of the world would be solved. That's what he said, a simple solution, but the solution lies in the hands of the teachers, not the governments. We need not have to wait for government policies to be made in order to teach children how they should grow up as human beings, how they should finally grow up as divine beings. We need not wait for a policy from the government. If teachers make up their mind, we can make a big impact on the future of the nation and the future of the world. With these words, I conclude and convey Bhagwan Baba's blessings and abundant grace for everyone who is gathered here. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram. Swami is always the compassionate father and mother, apart from being our divine guide and also God. He wants to convey to all the teacher delegates who have come from so many places, don't think this is another institution. This is your mother's home. This I heard Swami telling Atal Bihari Vajpayee way back in 1993 in Vrindavan, when he was just a member of the parliament, and from his party there were hardly less than 10 parliamentarians. And he had come to Vrindavan to seek Swami's blessings. And Swami had told him something very profound. When Swami came out of the interview room, walked out, Vajpayee was in tears. And Vajpayee, he folded his palms and prayed to Swami, "Hum kabhi kabhi Swami, aapke ghar aa sakte hai?" This is the question he asked in Hindi. "Swami, can we come to your home again and again?" Swami said, Swami put his hand on Vajpayee's chest and told him, "This is your mother's home. You don't need invitation. It is not my home. This is your mother's home. You need invitation." Swami said, "Feel very free, and anything and everything you can tell the volunteers who come to serve you, and they would like to make your life very, very comfortable here. More importantly, being in the presence of God is the greatest good fortune that one could aspire for. And many of you might have come here for the first time, you might not know, but after 3 days, I am sure that you are going to speak about it. Thank you.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आवद्बान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप जय श्री साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंतुको मंगल आरती अंतुको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Om Shri Sai Ram. The inaugural session of the 3-day National Teachers Conference will commence at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow morning. May we request everyone to be seated by 9 a.m. please. Jai Sai Ram.
Swami says, this Narsimurti is not a mother, so he did not tell it properly. This is your mother's home, this is your father's home. If you need something, ask with your right and take it. Don't hesitate. ये तुम्हारी माँ का घर है, पिता का घर है. कुछ चाहिए तो हक से मांग के लो. హక్కుతో అడిగి తీసుకోండి. ఇది మీ తల్లి తండ్రి ఇల్లు అని చెప్పారు.
Om Shri